The Small Charities Coalition has matched me with a small organisation called Webplay, which is based in London. I've been looking at more of the organisational problems with their CEO, looking at how to develop the organisation, how to make sure that they've got their plan going forward, so how can they take advantage, how can they use their resources to best effect, really. I've learned a great deal. I mean, it's been a very rewarding experience for me. I've learned an awful lot about the immediacy of the problems that a small charity has. And I've learned a lot about the resourcefulness that small charities have in facing problems, how they are able to sort of mobilise staff and supporters to get something done. So I've learned a lot about that. I've also learned a lot about coaching, and I've done a lot of coaching within Oxfam, both at a distance with people in different countries and sort of face to face, but I haven't coached somebody or mentored anybody external to the organisation. So it's also a chance to talk through some of that and receive feedback on what I was doing as well. So I've learned a lot in many different areas. Working with small charities is a way to help mobilise some of the knowledge and skills and experience that I've got and try to put it to use to help a small organisation that's doing fantastic work, in difficult circumstances, and especially at the moment in the current economic climate, when so many organisations are suffering. Trying to be able to help a small organisation do more and do better is very, very rewarding.
Anthony Nolan is supporting the Small Charities Coalition because it's an absolutely wonderful, fantastic idea. I think it makes absolute sense that large charities who have more resources than smaller charities can supply and provide that support, that advice, that help for the small charities. It's also a fantastic opportunity for their staff as well, because they can go in and do some coaching, some mentoring, they can be trustees. It's that whole principle of shared learning between a community of charities, so it makes absolute sense to me, and that's why Anthony Nolan's supporting it.
I think there's three reasons. The first is I think it just makes sense. We're committed as an organisation to making sure that there's a strong charity sector, because I think that's in everybody's interest, particularly beneficiaries, because beneficiaries don't come in a basket. They all belong to everybody, if you know what I mean. But also in terms of people generally getting what the charity sector can do for people better, and that helps us all move forward. Secondly, as I've got tapped on the shoulder on a bus and said this is a good thing to do, and the pitch was made, and I think the pitch was, I couldn't argue with it in terms of it fitting very much with our view as an organisation in terms of strengthening the sector as a whole. And lastly, I think there's just real opportunities for people to develop our own people, to give them an opportunity to see what it's like to work with in a small charity context, where people within a large organisation get used to the comforts that come with having the support, advice, etc., tools to be able to do the jobs, which not everybody in the sector's got available to them.
I'm actually matched with the North East Lincolnshire Motor Project, who are based in Grimsby. They have 4 staff. They've been going 10 years. Very good outfit. Got a very solid organisation. But as I say, they just asked for a little bit of advice and help as to future direction. I've learned a lot about myself. I've actually got a lot of skills I didn't probably realise I had or hadn't utilised for quite some time. And I've actually learned that there's quite a lot of expertise that I can call on within the Red Cross to actually help with this. So it's been so far an enjoyable experience. It's fun. It's interesting. Perhaps the biggest surprise, and a very pleasant surprise, is actually looking at another charity other than the one I spend day in, day out working for. Smaller charities, obviously things are much more transparent because there are many people doing a lot more jobs, have to be jacks of all trades, and it's great to actually be able to actually meet some of the beneficiaries face on and actually talk to them. So yeah, it's as I say, it's fun. There is a lot to share, there's a lot to learn. You'll learn a lot more about yourself, you'll learn a lot more about other organisations, you will increase your skill base, depending upon what individuals' aspirations are within larger charities. It actually may set you up, whether you wish to go down the trustees, chief executive route. It'll give you a new suite of skills.